Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Flat Earth School, the school that is around us 24/7 since the beginning of existence. I'm Mitchell from Australia, merely a student like the rest of us, here on this beautiful Flat Earth School we are seeing in front of us today. The rain has finally cleared up a bit, hence why I'm out. I was planning to be at the beach, but little to my knowledge, there is a triathlon today. An amateur triathlon where anyone can just go and meet. So the roads are blocked off, the beaches are blocked off. There's people everywhere. Usually there's no one anywhere at this time. So I've just gone around the corner to the mangroves to see this beautiful sunrise this morning. I'm just happy it's not raining because the last couple of days I can't, I couldn't get out here and put the camera on and do this. I appreciate everyone being here today. I'm going to shout out my patrons first because you guys are awesome and you guys deserve a lot more credit, a lot more recognition. Thank you for being a patron. The link is in the description below. My patrons are Nancy, Where's Wally, Lumberjack, McCoy Bahopu, Hitberio, Ryan Williams, David Weiss, Victor Garcia, Dale Bourne, John Furr, Dusty Ryder, Gobickley T, Will Brax, Ronald Jurek, BMLSB69 Bo, John Swartz, Brian Leakey, Alec One Show, Michael Kahn, Malcolm Foster, and Angie S. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And once again, I want to extend my appreciation over the past 3 months when I wasn't working to everyone who supported Flat Earth School and supported myself and my family. I really do appreciate it. There were some tough times. I am now back at work full time as far as I know. That could change at any moment, but the last week or two, I've been working full time. And no, I have not been vaccinated. No, I'm not wearing the face mask. No, I'm not giving in. No, those requirements just are not there. It's in between the sweet spot as the masks, they're not required anymore. Hence why I'm allowed back on construction sites. And to do with the vaccinations, they're not required on some construction sites. So that's why I am working. So no, I haven't chucked my moral compass under the bus like some people may have alluded to. Definitely not getting the vaccine, definitely not wearing a mask. But yeah, I'm able to work. Do the thing I'm being trained for the last, 12 years, 12 plus years I've been doing. But yeah, I want to extend my appreciation to everyone who has supported me through PayPal, through GoFundMe, through just viewers here. You guys are awesome. Thank you for turning up each and every day to these streams. Hope you've learned something. Hope your children have learned something. I hope your parents have learned something. John Furr, first in the chat. Possibly my biggest donor. Thank you, John Furr. You are awesome. Christian Seifert, how are you, mate? Mike Zunich, thanks for being here. Yes, the school bell has rung. School is in. Lee Redpath, Mojo Show, how are you? Sheep herding. James Mason, thanks for being here. All right, let's get into the presentation. Yeah, it has been good times, slow-mo moon buggy. Very good times. Now today, I've titled the show Globers versus Globers, or Globers Debunking Globers. Because at the moment, there's some things going on in Flat Earth. There's some Flat Earthers calling out other Flat Earthers. And that's all good and fun. That's great. That's keeping everyone honest. That's keeping everyone on their toes. That's making sure that nobody can just be throwing things out there without backing their claims. That's great. I support that. Why do we not see that in the globe community? We see contradictions all the time from the globe believers in this conversation, in the Flat Earth debate. Why are we not seeing what we've just seen the past couple of days from DITRH and Russian vids? They've been going at loggerheads to keep each other honest, to make sure that the information that they're putting out is 100% true. just questioning each other. And that's a great thing. Why do we not see that from globe believers? Because I've titled this show Globers, Debunking Globers. Why do we not see globers going at each other like this to keep each other true? And that's what needs to happen. On the globe side, they need to get their story together. They need to call each other out because it is just embarrassing at this point. And you're going to see in this presentation how embarrassing it is for the globe side. You may call them anti-flat earthers because they're just going against the flat earth arguments, but they claim to be on the globe side. And yet they say things like you're about to see here. Adam Meakin, good evening. How are you, mate? Arwen, what's up? All right, let's get into the presentation, which I stayed up to a ridiculous hour last night making. So I've had maybe 3 hours sleep. Yeah, I put the time in to make sure these presentations are good. I don't just turn up and go, I'll just throw some videos together. No, I try and make it as easy to digest as possible, as easy to understand. And before I do that, I just want to soak in this view here. Those crepuscular rays, something that's impossible on a globe. The globers are absolutely pushing, absolutely claim that happened, that there are parallel rays coming in from their globe sun, from their globe sun to the globe earth parallel rays. Does that look like parallel rays to you? That looks like convergent rays to me. Absolutely debunking that notion. But today's not about flat versus globe. Sleeping Warrior says he has a great video coming out tomorrow. He's testing Bob Nodell's incoherent dielectric acceleration. This is what I'm talking about. This is what's happening on the flat earth side. We are calling each other out. We're making sure the information that each other are putting out on the flat earth side is true. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do to keep each other honest. So Sleeping Warrior is testing Bob Nodell's incoherent dielectric acceleration tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Mr. Sensible, you're going to want to stick around for this one because you are featured a lot of it. I didn't even mean to put you in this. It's just that you debunk the globe better than any other glober, Mr. Sensible. So please stick around. All right, without any further ado, let's start at the basics. So do we see Earth curvature? What is the current stance for the globe?
I mean, what every single glober in here claims, the Earth curvature is not the horizon,
Right,
not Earth
please.
curvature.
Nathan, this observation looks the same every single day. The weather has nothing to do with it.
And every time you see the horizon, you're actually seeing the geometric horizon.
We are not going to see the geometric horizon.
No one's claiming that we see physical geometry.
It's not a visual horizon.
And every time you see the horizon, you're actually seeing the geometric
Our
horizon.
horizon is the one that you see.
And the
Very
geometric one is the one we don't see, because if we don't see it, it's not a horizon.
It's not a visual horizon, but it is
So we don't
visible.
see it.
Oh,
So it's not a
then
horizon.
horizon. You are correct. We do not observe geometric horizon.
Welcome to Flat Earth.
Changed by refraction. Do your eyes always tell geometric truth? The short answer to that last question is no.
So what is it, globe believers? Globers debunking globers. Do we see the geometric horizon or do we not see the geometric horizon? Why are globers not calling out each other directly? Why do we have to clip these videos together and show you? And just ask, what is the current stance from the globe believers? Because there are globers debunking globers. You need to get together like the flat earthers are doing right now. Like DOTRH has done with RV. Like Anthony Riley is doing with Bob Nodell. We're calling each other out to make sure that our evidence, our proof, our observations, the truths that we're putting out are actual truths. Globe believers, why is this not happening on your side? Let's continue about the Earth curve.
A physical thing. It's just the point at which geometrically the tangent that you're looking at towards the surface of the Earth. So that red area right now is hidden behind the horizon, the physical geometric horizon.
Behind the
yes?
physical horizon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
Higher in elevation
The ho-
than it usually is.
the horizon isn't an object; it's just a point a certain distance away from you. I mean,
Correct.
the blue area.
Not Q. We don't have a geometric horizon. They're not P. The Earth is not a globe.
We do have a geometric horizon. We just can't see it. But perhaps we better agree to disagree. But I would like to see that butane experiment done again. There is no the horizon. There is a geometric horizon, but if you walk forward 6 feet, the geometric horizon would move away from you by 6 feet. It's not an exact point. It's
So
just a distance.
So that's apparent. It changes. But can I ask you, if it is an apparent location, the horizon, what is cutting off the bottoms of those ships?
On occasions when you see that, the ship is beyond the geometric horizon, and the amount of refraction is not enough to lift them further into view. So the geometric horizon is hiding them.
So we can see the geometric horizon on some days?
We do have a geometric horizon. We just can't see it. But perhaps we better agree to disagree. But I would like to see that butane experiment done again.
So we can see the geometric horizon on some days?
No, it's hidden behind the water, but there's not enough refraction to lift the image of the full ship above that apparent horizon. At best, what you have done, you would have disproved the radius of the Earth.
Ding, ding, ding. What do we have for her, Johnny?
Andrew,
I just want to pause there for a second. It's not only Globers debunking Globers, it's Globers debunking themselves. You need to have a good look in the mirror and you need to get your own story straight. Do we see the geometric horizon, or is it not capable of being seen? Does it block the bottom of ships going over the physical Earth curve horizon, or is it just optical? Two completely different things. This is cognitive distance. If you're holding both sides of this argument, it must be pretty painful for you, Mr. Sensible. It's painful for us to watch you go through this mental torture. Let's continue.
Young cites geometric horizon as where the apparent horizon would be if there were no refraction. Equivalently, where the cone with the vertex at the observer's eye and tangent to the sea surface.
So you said the geometric horizon is what? That refracted?
It's where the apparent horizon would be if there were no refraction.
Okay, so it is the horizon that we see because there's only one horizon. The horizon is the refracted horizon, correct?
No.
That's what you just, I'm sorry, you just said that.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Going round in circles.
Yeah, that's what you just said, Brenda.
We don't have an apparent horizon and a geometric horizon. We just have a horizon. It's just not geometric.
Correct.
Yeah, well then, welcome to flat Earth. You've just made it plain we don't have a geometric horizon. So what geometric position, moron? You don't have one.
We do.
Oh, so now we do. Only 30 seconds ago, ladies and gentlemen, he made it plain we don't have a geometric horizon. And now we do.
No, we don't have a geometric horizon.
You see to be double flip-flopping.
We have got geometry, and it's
No, we haven't. We've demonstrated a geometric impossibility in the black swan image. Ergo, you don't have a geometric horizon.
No, we don't have a geometric horizon.
Yeah, see, there he goes again. Can't seem to make up his mind. He needs a geometric horizon for his Earth curve maths, but we haven't got one according to him. You've lost. So we definitely don't have a geometric horizon.
I didn't say we did.
No, we don't. Welcome to Flat Earth.
Yes, video. And speak.
It's hard not to laugh. I've got the microphone wide open. I'm trying to contain myself here. Globe believers, just get your story straight. Just call each other out. Just say, hey, what is our position again? Let's just agree on something. Let's get down to business. Let's just claim something and let's just stick to it. All right. So that was just a bit of cognitive distance from those individuals there on the globe side. Globers debunking globers, debunking themselves in most instances. This is just an example here of globers just being absolutely deceitful.
Clear it wasn't the Discovery Channel, but PBS's series called Genius. But what makes the PBS video so rotten is that this helicopter event was entirely fabricated, and it's provable. I made a video on it a while back. Remember, PBS claimed that the helicopter descended behind the curvature and then came up from behind the curvature of the Earth back into view of the telescope. But as you will see, when the helicopter descends, there's a group of birds with a peculiar flight pattern. And then when the helicopter subsequently ascends, the same birds appear and in the same exact flight pattern. Not only that, the waves match as well. Only the image of the helicopter changes, meaning that the helicopter video was added.
As it lands,
I got him.
This is the kill shot, right?
I got him.
As it lands.
If Earth curvature were capable of being seen, why do they have to fake things like this? This is undeniable. This is totally faked by the mainstream.
Without question, PBS lied and faked the curvature. And this isn't some simple mistake. This was intentional, as it took serious effort to add a fake image of a helicopter supposedly hiding behind the curvature of the Earth. Why would PBS lie about the curvature? So, to the individual who emailed me that link, send your brother the proof that PBS lied to him and is still used by globe propagandists as proof of the curvature. But here's another big lie about the curvature, this time by National Geographic. Here's a clip from an old video I made on the subject.
But sure enough, as the boat reaches the horizon, the stripes begin to disappear one by one.
It's pretty amazing. You can actually see it pretty clearly with this camera here. And you see that the red stripe that was at the bottom has completely disappeared, and it's now getting closer to sort of the middle green stripe, that is.
So we've lost about 1.5 stripes.
Right. So this can only happen why?
Because of the curvature of the Earth.
It is brilliant, isn't it? It is brilliant. This is the lengths that the globe side have to go to prove their point. They have to fake things. They have to put these objects here. Look, you've got something that they're claiming is appearing to be disappearing from the bottom up, but you've got the horizon in the background. Why can you not agree on what your Earth curvature is, globe believers? It has to be the horizon. It has to be the physical leading edge to your globe. That is what Earth curvature is. Why does it have to be faked? Because you can never see it. There is no such thing as Earth curvature. There is no such thing as a globe. Now this is a good one. So this is another example of globers debunking globers. So we've got Professor Stick, make no mistake, he is a massive globe channel. Okay, he's got over 200,000 subscribers. He is firmly on the globe side. And Neil deGrasse Tyson, they're both on the same side here, and they are debunking Mr. Sensible, who is also meant to be on the globe side.
If you recall, a couple of years ago, there was a skydiver by the name of Felix Baumgartner. Felix jumped from 39 kilometers up.
So in the photo, you see this curvature of Earth's surface, and he said, wow, he's in space. Look at that. No, he's not. At that height, you don't see the curvature of the Earth if you are 2 millimeters above this beach ball. You just don't. That stuff is flat.
I love this guy. It's true, with such an insignificant height, you shouldn't be able to see the curvature. And if you can't see the curvature at that height, good luck seeing it when you're on the surface of the Earth. Now, that being said, I don't know exactly at what height you'll be able to clearly see the curvature, but it most definitely is not 39 kilometers up.
Okay, so we've established, Mr. Stick has established, you will definitely not see the curvature of from 39 kilometers up. Now, what is Mr. Sensible claiming here?
Number 19, Mr. Sensible's Mage Project. You can see the curve. I like that one, Mitch. That one's a really good one. Top bloke, that Mr. S. Mage Project. You can see the curve. Yeah, I can. And everyone else can, Mitch, can't you?
That's just so silly. Like, we live on this massive Earth that's 40,000 kilometers in circumference, and you think you'd be able to see the curvature with a hot air balloon. Incredible.
Mr. Sensible's Mage Project. You can see the curve. How high did you go, Mr. Sensible? About?
Well, look, I'll just pause you a second. You can see a curve on your own flipping iPad or whatever it is. You can see the curve. If you're saying that is not Earth curvature, then I'm going to issue you challenge number 2, Mitch, which is to do a debunk video on Mage and get your ass whooped once again.
It's not me that needs to do the debunk video. It's the globe side who's done it for you, Mr. Sensible. This is what's about to happen here. You've got on your side, you're all meant to be on the same side, Professor Stick and Neil deGrasse Tyson. And then you've got you're all meant to be on the same side. On one side, Professor Stick saying, no, you definitely cannot see the curvature from 39 kilometers up. Neil deGrasse Tyson is saying, that stuff is flat. You do not see the curvature from that height. And then you've got Mr. Sensible with his hot air balloon saying, yeah, we see the curvature. Everyone sees the curvature. Don't you see it, Mitch? It's not me that's calling you out. It's the globe side, Mr. Sensible. Globers debunking globers. 30 kilometers? Yeah.
38.75, Mitch.
Now, that being said, I don't know exactly at what height you'll be able to clearly see the curvature, but it most definitely is not 39 kilometers up.
At that height, you don't see the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah, 30 kilometers.
38.75.
Clearly see the curvature, but it most definitely is not 39 kilometers up.
Richard Branson's space tourism. Yeah, he went about, what, 56, 58 miles up? That's a bit more than your 30 kilometers, isn't it? See if Neil deGrasse Tyson says we're going to see the curve of the Earth from that space tourism site height.
Going into space, no, you're getting a nice view of the Earth, and I don't even know if you're going to see the curvature.
Pause there. I don't even know if you're going to see the curvature. That's what Neil said. I don't even know if you're going to see the curvature.
I did some calculations, and I'm thinking they're not.
He did some calculations, and he thinks that you're not going to.
Oh, by the way, you didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you. Do you know how high up above the Earth he was?
No.
So if you take a
63 miles.
Oh, yeah, say right. So take a schoolroom globe, and that's how high above it is he? So he's about 2 millimeters above the surface of a schoolroom globe. So nobody's seen the curvature of the Earth from that height. I just want to make that clear.
He's done some calculations that will give him an amount of curvature, and he believes that you won't be able to see that with your eyeballs. Okay.
So nobody has seen the curvature of the Earth from that height. I just want to make that clear.
Mr. Sensible's Mage Project. You can see the curve.
That's just so silly. Like, we live on this massive Earth that's 40,000 kilometers in circumference, and you think you'd be able to see the curvature with a hot air balloon. Incredible.
Yeah, 30 kilometers.
38.75.
Be able to clearly see the curvature, but it most definitely is not 39 kilometers up.
Need I say more? Can we see the kilometers from 39? Can we see the curvature from 39 kilometers up? Mr. Sensible says yes. Professor Stick and Neil deGrasse Tyson says no. You guys need to come together. Get out of the flat Earth debate. Get back into the globe debate. Just get your story straight. You're embarrassing yourself, Mr. Sensible.
So your map doesn't show Earth curve. Your map is flat, but it's definitely capable of showing it. It just doesn't have any.
So how could...
So why are you asking me something? So you don't have any Earth curve in your map? Don't ask me something.
I've not met a single cartographer.
Don't tell me who you've met. Just confirm you haven't got drop in your map.
I don't.
Well, so it's flat then. No Earth curve, no 8-inch mile squared then. Why the hell are you believing you're on a sphere when there's no sphericity in your map? So, no Earth curve drop in your map. Now show me one that does have it.
I can't show you.
So no map shows Earth curve? They're all flat then? Hello? Do you need the White Knight to help you? Or are you
Sure,
done?
bring him in.
Are you done?
I answered your question.
Yeah, you told me how flat your maps were, even though they have elevation profiles. Yeah, they can show drop, but they don't show Earth curve drop. Why would they? Well, because it's drop that's capable of being depicted, and it isn't. Which one's got it? None of them. So they're all flat. Why was it that you think you're on a sphere again? Because you were told?
Yeah.
Go and tell the people who told you they're wrong.
Globe believers, please go and find your map that we just look. All these maps right here, they're all capable of showing curvature. They're all capable of showing elevation profiles. Why don't they? Is it because there is no curvature? There is no curvature measured. There's no curvature to negotiate when navigating. There's no curvature to negotiate when just traveling across what you think is a globe. There is no curvature. There is no map that shows curvature. There is no map that accounts for curvature. They're all flat Earth maps. So globe believers, stop asking us for our flat Earth maps. They're all flat Earth maps. They've all been measured as flat. Globe believers, where is your map that shows the curvature, that accounts for the globe?
You think you're on a sphere again? Because you were told?
Yeah.
Go and tell the people who told you they're wrong.
Surely GPS accounts for curvature.
So here's the thing I wanted to explain. GPS operates in a 3D Cartesian coordinate system. It is not latitude and longitude. That latitude and longitude comes from a conversion from that box style system. That's the native coordinates coming out of a GPS system. So here's the thing I wanted to explain.
And just so you guys are fully aware, this is a glober, Jesse Kozlowski, detailing what GPS is. It's definitely not global positioning system. They're Cartesian coordinates, as Jesse Kozlowski is detailing. Yeah, X, Y, Z. They're all straight lines. None of them are curving away from each other. The Cartesian coordinates all lining up next to each other. They're all overlapping. They're all on a geometric flat plane. That's how it works, as Jesse Kozlowski will continue to describe here.
GPS operates in a 3D Cartesian coordinate system. It is not latitude and longitude. That latitude and longitude comes from a conversion from that box style system.
So you can see the box that was on the left-hand side, and you can see the geometric flat plane and the box going onto a globe. It does not work. It does not fit onto a globe. They do not overlap. They would be reciprocating zenith angles. We do not see that. The Cartesian coordinates overlap each other every single side, above, beneath, left, right, forward, back. That's how GPS works. It is not global. It is ground. So, globe believers, you need to get your story straight. Globers, debunking the globe.
That's the native coordinates coming out of a GPS system. So here's the thing
Now, my personal favorite, the radius of the Earth. I hope you're still around, Mr. Sensible, because I don't mean to put you in these things. It's just that you do such a good job of debunking the globe. Globers debunking globers.
G'day everybody, Where's Wally here. Now, I know, Mitchell, what you're going to say about this. You're presuming R. Well, fair cop, I am kind of presuming R in this case. But Mitchell, did you know that? But you're going to need half of that.
What was that, Wally? You're going to need half of that.
But you're going to need half of that.
Yeah, Wally, you're going to need half of that, mate. You're going to need the radius of the Earth. Something's been thoroughly debunked. Any globe claim, you are going to need the radius in the first instance.
If you do not have the radius when claiming any globe evidence, you are simply begging the question. And what other evidence do we need to present other than the black swan to prove that you do not have the radius of your Earth anymore?
If you don't have a radius.
And this is the #1 globe killer. Hopefully by now, all of you have seen this video by BMLSB69. His observer height is only 1 foot. Now that first platform is 6.2 miles away, and platform habitat is 9.4 miles away, with the horizon far in the distance beyond that. Now I'm going to let you just sit there and take this in, because this is the absolute #1 globe killer. Modus tollens states, if P, then Q, not Q, therefore not P. If P, we live on a globe of radius 3959 miles, then Q, every horizon distance measurement cannot be more than 1.23 miles times the square root of the observer height in feet. Not Q, the geometric horizon is far greater than 2.73 miles for 5 foot. Therefore, not P. The Earth is not a globe.
At best, you would have disproved the radius of the Earth.
But this valid logical conclusion is hand-waved by the globe zealots as word salad. So I'll put this devastating picture in simpler terms. Globe believers must have a physical leading edge, the geographical edge to their sphere, in order for boats to go over it and for land and water to curve around it. It's a fundamental pillar to their religion. If the globe they presuppose has a radius of 3959 miles, then the horizon distance is set by the height of the observer. So what makes this image so devastating is the height of the observer at only 1 foot. The horizon should be 1.22 miles. But even if we set it at 5 feet, the horizon should be 2.73 miles. But we can see the bottom of platform habitat where it meets the water 9.41 miles away, and the horizon above that beyond in the distance. Now, how far beyond in the distance we're going to see at the end of this clip, but we're going to go into a few other things to do with the horizon and the radius. Just remember this. How far beyond is that horizon? It is definitely more than 10 miles. And we're going to, if you've been following the Flat Earth School this week, you're going to see just how far we can put it, making it fundamentally impossible to see this from 1 foot on a globe.
Be
The globe.
a different diameter, perhaps 3960 or 3961. You're complete and utter twonk.
Okay,
Unless you
so
assert the globe has a bigger radius.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. At best, what you have done, if that was all correct, at best.
Mitch, I was very careful in what I said. Those penny drop moments were when I was being very sure about what you were saying. And I'm very clear here that at best, if everything you said was correct, and it wasn't, then you'd have disproved the radius of 3959, i.e. it would be a slightly different radius.
There you go, Mr. Sensible. No cherry picking there. So don't you claim cherry picking, mate. You've said what you've said. Maybe it's a slightly bigger radius. Let's see how big the radius is if you're looking at the original Black Swan. Let's start with the original Black Swan. A slightly different radius? Well, let's do the actual maths then. Here it is set out for everyone to go over in your own leisure. Using the values from the Black Swan image of a 1 foot observer height and a 10-mile distance horizon, you can clearly see we have a 264,000 mile radius. But isn't the radius of the sun meant to be 432,000 miles? No, not anymore. It's got to be bigger now. What about the distance to the moon? 238,000 miles. Nope, that's got to be different too, doesn't it, Mr. Sensible? What else does it implicate? The radiuses of all the planetary orbits have to be different too. But that can't be right, can it, Mr. Sensible?
I was correct. I was absolutely clear. At best, you've disproved the size of the Earth, not the shape of it.
So let's go to the brand new Black Swan that we have from BMLSB69. Bo, how far away can that horizon be from a 1.5 foot observer height? How big is the new radius on your globe, Mr. Sensible? If you still believe that we're living on a globe. There's the kill shot. What's it going to be? If we're just using platform grace there, platform grace is 19.81 miles. This is from a 1.5 foot observer height. So if we're just using platform grace, we can say that the horizon distance from 1.5 foot is definitely more than 20 miles. And just at 20 miles, the new radius to your globe is 704,000 miles. But that's not the best part. See, Anacapa Arch and Rock in the background to the left right there? How far away is that from a 1.5 foot observer height? Let's do the quick maths, because maths proves things, remember? And it's a slightly bigger globe. So from a 1.5 foot observer height, 31.82 mile distance to the horizon, your new radius is 1.77 million miles. Yeah, just slightly bigger, isn't it, Mr. Sensible? Yeah, there is no Earth curvature. There is no radius. There is only globers debunking the globe. It is a glorious time to be a flat earther. It must be very painful to be a globe believer right now. Thanks, Bo. New Black Swan. But didn't Al Biruni measure the radius?
We measure C.
Yep.
We need to know H.
To give us R.
We get R.
Yeah, so we do need to know the height of the shard.
Okay.
But that's okay, because I can just look it up.
Whoa. Al Biruni did not look it up. Like, he used a mountain.
Yeah.
And it must have calculated the height of the mountain.
Yeah.
Which is in your book.
Yeah, I mean, you can use triangles again to calculate the height of the mountain, but I don't want to be here all day.
No, we're going to do that. I didn't handcraft this to look up the height on Wikipedia. Right?
Okay.
So
She knows what's coming. If looks could kill, this guy on the right, he's absolutely throwing this lady under the bus. Yeah, Al Biruni didn't just look up the height of the mountain. How did Al Biruni get the height of the mountain in order to go up and then assert that he's living on a globe to get a dip angle to the horizon? How did he even get the height of that mountain?
break down these triangles for us. Here we go.
All right, so you want the height, you want to work out the height of the shard.
She doesn't want to do it.
We're doing the whole thing.
Okay, fine. Right, so here's the shard then.
I grew a beard for this and everything.
And a very impressive one it is too. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
here's the
Going
height.
old school.
This is the shard.
Yep.
This is the height that we need. H.
Yep.
Okay. We're close enough to the shard that the Earth can be flat. Close enough to the shard that the Earth can be flat.
Gotcha.
So now.
Oh yeah. I'm happy to assume that.
The way that you can do it
I protracted down.
is from a reasonable distance away, say here.
Yep.
We can look up
Gotcha.
at the shard, measure that angle.
Hey. Wow.
I'm going all over the place with the
Yeah.
letters here. And then we'll go a little bit further away and we'll measure it again. B. And then as long as we know this distance here, maybe we'll do like 100 meters or so.
Yep.
Let's call that D.
Call that D for distance. Yep.
Then you can use just simple trigonometry
To get the height.
to get the height of there.
So that's what we're going to do.
And that's what Al Biruni did. See that nice, straight, flat baseline that we've got there? And it's flat enough that we could think that the Earth is flat. There's the dirty little secret that she just didn't want to go there. You could see the pain coming. She knew what was coming. She knew she had to draw that flat baseline. She knew you can't get the height of something. Measuring angles on a curved surface, on a globe, you have to treat it as flat because it is flat. It is a geometric flat plane that has been proven beyond all doubt by the Sextant, by celestial navigation. This is just globers debunking the globe. This guy on the right here, he's probably a glober. He acts a bit like a flat earther because he chucked her right under the bus there. He made her confirm that, yeah, we are measuring the height of that mountain on a flat plane. And she didn't want to do it. She knew. She knew the pain that was coming. Globers debunking globers.
To get the height.
To get the height of there.
So that's what we're going to do.
All right, what about Earth rotation?
For some reason, you think the Earth needs to turn underneath them.
I have speed that will overtake it. Right. Because I'm going sideways faster than it is.
The Earth is not rotating underneath.
What Kosho's now saying is the slightly different speeds as the Earth rotates underneath, right, Kosho? It's just different.
That's
different
right. And
speeds.
as it travels across different spots of the Earth.
The Earth is not rotating underneath.
I did a quick calculation and I tweeted. The winning field goal in that game was aided by a 1/3 of an inch deflection to the right from Earth's rotation.
The Earth is not rotating underneath.
Right.
Global. The reason why I'm doing this today, you might want to know why I'm doing this today. It's because in our flat Earth community right now, we've got big flat earthers calling out each other in the name of truth, and that is what we need in every single instance. We need to be calling each other out. We need to be keeping each other truthful. We need to be checking what each other is putting out, and that's how we move this argument forward. That's how we stay honest. That's how we keep each other accountable. Russian vids and DITRH, they're going loggerheads right now in the name of truth. Why are globe believers not doing this? Why are globe believers not pulling each other up? I've given you so many examples here of globers debunking the globe. Globers debunking globers. Why are there not public announcements from the globe believers in this flat Earth debate, in this globe Earth debate? Why are they not calling each other out? It is blatant that they have opposing views. Yeah, this is cognitive pain. Some of them holding opposing views on the things that they had just said. Mr. Sensible claiming there is a geometric horizon, then claiming there's not a geometric horizon. The rumpus, there's definitely a geometric horizon. Oh, no, we don't have a geometric. Blue Marble Science here, debunking Neil deGrasse Tyson, or is it Neil deGrasse Tyson debunking Blue Marble Science? Is there Earth rotating under things? Blue Marble Science says no. Neil deGrasse Tyson says yes. These are the things that need to be addressed on your globe. This has nothing to do with flat Earth here. Us flat Earthers, we're keeping each other honest right now. And I'm going to play a clip at the end of this. Yes, Sleeping Warrior. He has been going at loggerheads with Bob Nodell about whether there is a downward bias. Two flat Earthers keeping each other honest. Why is not happening on the globe side?
You and your reference frames have been ruined.
That's another. I'll just play that little clip again. That's
1/3 of an inch deflection to the right from Earth's rotation.
The Earth is not rotating underneath.
Right.
You and your reference frames have been ruined.
All we ask, Globers, is you get your story straight. You need to come together. You need to call each other out. You need to say, hey, something's going on here. We've got opposing views. What is actually going on in reality? And then you need to come to us and actually have a proper debate, because at the moment, the debate is between you guys, between the Globers. Yeah, we've proven beyond all doubt with the Sextant, with celestial navigation, that we are living on a flat Earth. It is not a flat versus globe debate anymore. It is a globe versus globe debate. You just need to get your story straight. You need to get in a room, sit down together, get the fundamentals of how your imaginary world works. You need to sort that out. Globe versus globe. Because at the moment, it is globers debunking globers. I'm trying to help you guys out here. What about gravity?
The reason the bowling ball and the feather fall together is because they're not falling. They're standing still. There is no force acting on them at all.
Brian Cox, there is no force acting on them at all.
Gravity is not a force, but you can think of it as a force. Maybe that's the Now, literally, it's not a force.
George Musa, 2019. It is literally not a force.
Globers debunking globers right there with gravity. Gravity needs to be a force. Look at Craig. He's going, no, why did you just say that? Because Craig, Fight the Flat Earth, he's pushing that gravity is a force. You just need to tell us what gravity is, and then you need to realize that it's not a force. You need to listen to your scientists on your side. They're not our scientists, Fight the Flat Earth. They're not our scientists, Globe Believers. These are your scientists on your side saying gravity is not a force. Just get in the room, sort it out together, and then maybe you can come back into the Flat Earth debate, because at the moment, you don't even have an argument. You don't even have a distinguished one narrative argument. You're all over the place.
George Musa, 2019. It is literally not a force.
Which gets us to the last point here. Using a sextant for celestial navigation. We know on the flat Earth side what the sextant is, how it measures angles. It is an angle measuring device. It measures a geometric flat plane. But the globe believers, you need to get together like all these other points and you need to figure out how it works on your imaginary globe. Okay? Because you're all over the place. Let's highlight that here. It's for your globe. So you immediately beg the question that you're on a globe.
Don't need to beg the question, we live on a globe. You measure a flat baseline from your eye to the horizon and from your eye to whatever star or thing you're trying to sight to. There's no R value calculated, dude.
Tool that measures angles from straight lines.
Yeah.
Where'd you get a straight line for a sextant, considering you've got sphere-shaped hair?
I don't have one.
You measure a flat baseline from your eye to the horizon.
Where'd you get a straight line for a sextant in atmosphere?
I don't have one.
You measure a flat baseline from your eye to the horizon.
So where'd you get a straight line for a sextant on a globe?
I don't have one.
You measure a flat baseline from your eye to the horizon.
But you can't tell me now where you get a straight line from, coward.
I don't have one.
So where'd you get a straight line for the sextant?
I don't have one.
You measure a flat baseline from your eye to the horizon.
You don't have one?
Correct.
It's a tool that measures angles from straight lines.
Yeah.
Globers, debunking globers. It has never been a better time to be a flat earther. We don't even have to deal with these guys anymore. They have to deal with themselves. It is a brilliant time to be a flat earther. I've been saying it over and over. Okay, yes, Sleeping Warrior, I will play your video. And I've made this video today, as I said, because globers need to be calling out globers. There is so many contradictions that you guys, globers, debunking globers. That's what literally the name of this video is. And the reason why I made this is because us flat earthers are calling each other out to keep each other truthful, to keep each other honest. Another example of that is Sleeping Warrior here. He wants me to play a clip about downward acceleration, the downward bias that some flat earthers think that we have, and we call people like Bob Nodell out, and just to keep them honest, just to make sure that what they're putting out is the honest truth. Why are globe believers not doing that? And I just want to mention John Furr again, 20 Canadian dollars. Thank you so much, John Furr. You are amazing, mate. I'm pretty sure for the last like 2 weeks, maybe more, you've given me 20 Canadian dollars in every single stream. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So, globe believers, why are you not keeping each other honest? Why are you not calling each other out? All right, let's play this from Sleeping Warrior. Hopefully you're not setting me up here, Sleeping Warrior. I haven't seen the video. Hopefully it's pretty civil. All right. What's going on here? Testing incoherent dielectric acceleration because Bob won't. Okay. Where's this going to go?
Okay, here we go. It's bonfire night, so you might hear fireworks in the background, but here we go. So this is Bob Nodell's incoherent dielectric acceleration test. Now, my intention is to get this egg to rise off the surface so that it's truly in a neutrally buoyant position. And then you can see that there's a wire that's suspended in the medium. And there's another wire, which is just in front of the egg there to the left. I want to try and get the egg to be in between the two wires. And then I've got the two wires that go off into a battery through a switch. And then there's a little LED on the switch. So when I flick the switch, the LED comes on to show that there's a current. And then if Bob's claim is correct, the egg should accelerate if there is a little tiny kick, a little voltage, a little current, a little amperage, call it whatever you want. If electricity causes the little kick that relative density needs, otherwise it wouldn't work, then when I flick that switch, that egg should accelerate in one direction or another. You'll have to tune in tomorrow to see what the result is.
Oh, come on, mate. You can't leave us hanging like that. Tell me to play the bloody clip and then you don't even turn it on. I know what's going to happen. But, all right, so we're going to have to tune in tomorrow to Sleeping Warrior channel. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks for making me play that clip. But yeah, this is what we're doing on the flat earth side. We're keeping each other honest. There are some flat earthers who think there is a downward bias, and there's some that have proven, like Anthony Riley, through science, that there is no downward bias, that the reason why we see things like this egg moving, that is the dependent variable, the observed natural phenomenon, things moving. Why do things move? It is all relative to their density, to the medium that they're in, the density of the object and the density of the media that they're in. Anthony Riley has shown scientifically that this is a valid explanation. It has been proven through the scientific method. He manipulated the density of the medium around the egg, and that caused the egg to move. Now, on the other side of the argument, Bob Nodell asserts that there is an incoherent dielectric acceleration, forcing things like this egg to go up and down. So that's what Anthony Riley is testing. And you're going to have to tune into Anthony Riley tomorrow for him to flick the switch and see if the egg moves. I'm not going to give it away. But this is Flat Earthers calling out Flat Earthers to keep each other honest, to keep the information that we're putting out absolutely 100% true. And that's what we do. Russian Videos is calling out DOTRH right now to keep the information honest, to keep each other accountable. That is not happening on the globe. And that is why I made this video today. Globers debunking Globers, because you guys have a big problem. You refuse to call each other out. We're calling each other out daily. And this is what Anthony Riley is doing right now. We'll play that clip again. So this is what's happening. Testing incoherent dielectric acceleration.
Okay, here we go. It's bonfire night, so you might hear fireworks in the background, but here we go. So this is Bob Nodell's incoherent dielectric acceleration test. Now, my intention is to get this egg to rise off the surface so that it's truly in a neutrally buoyant position. And then you can see that there's a wire that's suspended in the medium. And there's another wire, which is just in front of the egg there to the left. I want to try and get the egg to be in between the two wires. And then I've got the two wires that go off into a battery through a switch. And then there's a little LED on the switch. So when I flick the switch, the LED comes on to show that there's a current. And then if Bob's claim is correct, the egg should accelerate if there is a little tiny kick, a little voltage, a little current, a little amperage, call it whatever you want. If electricity causes the little kick that relative density needs, otherwise it wouldn't work, then when I flick that switch, that egg should accelerate in one direction or another.
So this is what we are doing here on the Flat Earth to keep each other honest. So Anthony Riley has proved scientifically that the egg is caused to move by the relative medium that it's in, the density of the medium. He manipulates the density of the medium around the egg and the egg moves. That has been scientifically validated. On the other side of the coin, we've got Bob Nodell saying that incoherent dielectric acceleration, well, it causes things to move. There is a downward bias. Now, we're saying we don't think that's true, but Bob hasn't proven this scientifically. He hasn't tried to put it into a scientific experiment, and that's what Anthony Riley is doing for Bob. He's calling out Bob. He's keeping him honest. He's saying, this is what we need to do. If you think there is an incoherent dielectric acceleration, a downward bias, this is the test that you need to do. Adam Meakin says he's taking bets. He's seen the results. Yeah, I've seen the results. I know what happens. Who thinks the egg's going to move? Who thinks it's going to move up? Who thinks it's going to move down? No movement or boiled? What do we think is going to happen when Anthony Riley flicks that switch? We've got the archivist. The salt water will conduct the battery current. What about the fried option? Yeah, I like that one. Betty, that's a good one. Benedict got this, Paula. Nice 10th, man. Yeah, the poor chicken. So what's going to happen? Is the egg going to move? Is the egg going to boil? Is nothing going to happen? Rebel says no electricity, no electrostatics. Anthony needs to learn the difference. Well, maybe you should take that up with Anthony, mate. Or maybe you should take it out with Bob. Apparently, Bob's proved it scientifically. Well, you need to point us in the direction of that evidence, Rebel. So, you need to tune into Anthony Riley's channel tomorrow. You need to keep tuning in to Flat Earth School. Because if you feel like the world turns on you, turn to Flat Earth School. It is around us 24/7 since the beginning of existence. What you see in front of you, it is all flat. What you see in front of you is a school. It is the best teacher you are ever going to get. Globe believers, they're just caught up in their own fairy tale. They don't want to step outside. They don't want to look at their reality. Us flat earthers, this is our school. I encourage everyone to go out into the Flat Earth School and just pay attention to the world around you. It will teach you everything you need to know. Thank you once again for tuning in. Everyone, if you want to support my channel, there is all the links you could hope for supporting my channel in the description below. PayPal links, Patron links. There's a link to buy my wife's book online. We've just had two more international sales yesterday. Selling like hotcakes at the moment. It is a very, very informative book. I learned so much from it. She learned so much from it doing the research. It is ABC Pregnancy by my wife, Niala. You will not be disappointed. Okay, until next time, get out there and experience your Flat Earth School. Globers, you need to come together. You need to get your own narrative sorted before you come to us and you think there's a debate. There is no longer a debate. It is globe versus globe. Globers debunking globers. As Flat Earthers, it has never been a better time to be a Flat Earther. Go through the videos of my streams this week. There is so much Flat Earth proof in it. There is so much globe debunking. There is no globe. There is only flat. It has been proven beyond all doubt. I've been Mitchell from Australia. This is the Flat Earth School. Get out there and experience it, guys. Thanks for tuning in.